thing I wanted to also, I'm curious to hear your opinion is, so you talked about Google UIC a bit, about AAA, Facebook Automated App Ads, which is in beta testing, as we know, from some of the large advertisers, which will simplify campaign management, but also kind of loosen the grip on having control a little bit more than it's already the case today. How much do you think the creative dimension actually plays a role? Because a lot of people started maybe 2 years ago, like creative is the only thing you can control. So focus on that. How does that fit into like mostly analytical, data-minded campaign managers now suddenly have to deal with creative?
Well, I have a very strong opinion on that. I think I even gave a few talks on 1 or 2 conferences about that. So the creative plays a massive role. When I look back at how the industry developed over time, so was a lot of conversation going on about the creatives and how should we put the brand between the placements on a publisher. And then in the past years, we have become pure data scientists business. It's insane what happened. Nobody is talking about marketing anymore. And I have a strong opinion on that. We totally lost control over what is the message that we tell the people and became marketers that actually just follow the best converting option that we see instead of considering a long-term effect on the brand or something like that. So and I think that's a big failure.
Yeah, I think also not everything is measurable. And although we strive to measure everything, there is a lot of things you also like between the lines you need to judge and take into account for the bigger picture, which is probably where the skills of a campaign manager can never be replaced by an algorithm, because the algorithm only fed with data and only follows the data. But if the data is wrong or is biased or is not clean, then the algorithm will follow the wrong path, but the human can still find the error in the equation.
Absolutely. And there's multiple examples from the real world when they experimented with AI and these kind of things, because it was fed with wrong data. AI was just tweeting automatically racist slurs and these kind of things because people are feeding the algorithm in this direction, right? And the same happens in advertising. The tracking is broken. Users behave strangely. We have seasonalities either over the year or over the weeks, over the months, maybe during the day. The food delivery business, for example, suddenly it's raining in my area, but 1 kilometer away, it's not raining. So how do I behave differently today versus yesterday? This can't be measured by an algorithm. And if we leave algorithms making the decisions entirely without human brain power behind, I think we will always fail. You need to have the combination, I believe.
So to sum it up, the good news is there is a future for mobile campaign managers, even with all that automation. So asking the audience here if you have an opinion on that, and I'm sure many of you do. I'm very happy to hear about what you have to say. Post it in the comments or just PM me or Andre about it. We are curious to hear.